So today we're going to have a quick look at mouthpieces and long notes. So it's a sort of exercise I did quite a few years later because no one ever told me about these exercises. What it is basically you're going to use a mouthpiece, nothing else, and you can focus on your embouchure. So remember, with the embouchure, what you want is like an U shape, okay? So like an U. What happens is with a clarinet mouthpiece, what happens is we push outwards with our lips, so we do this to seal because it's a smaller mouthpiece. With a saxophone mouthpiece, this gets pushed inwards, so it's more like a U shape. So the muscles are being pushed in from here and from here, okay? So something we can do with just the mouthpiece, we can focus on that. Also, when with the saxophone, what we're doing, the lip, the way I think about it is just literally just resting it in there, like so. With the clarinet mouthpiece, what happens is you put the lip over the teeth. And a lot of people do this on the saxophone if they usually go from the clarinet. So it's something to think about. So lip out gently, so just literally put in your mouth. And what we're going to do is just gently put a little bit of lip pressure against the bottom of the mouthpiece. I'll do it this way around, like so. A little bit of lip pressure against it. And then we're just going to gently blow. Now if you blow just laterally, it's not going to do anything. So a lot of people, when they start the saxophone, they just literally blow. But what you need to do is put a little bit of lip pressure against. We get a sort of sound, okay? What we can do is rest the teeth on here, okay? And we've got a lower lip pressure, just gently pushing up. How much do you put in your mouth? Well, it all depends on you. What happens is the further you go down, the louder the sound will get. But what will happen is, if you get to a certain distance, what will happen is this reed won't vibrate anymore. Usually it vibrates like this. It will stop, and then you will get lots of squeaks. So if I put them too far, it's like a duck sound for me, and it is squeak if you blow too hard. If you pull back too far, we won't get a sound at all. Okay, so what I usually do, if you can put it there, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see where it joins the reed and when it joins together, the reed and the mouthpiece join together, about there. That's where my teeth go, about there. I can do this, okay? So what we're going to do, first of all, just play a sound, see if we can get a sound out of it, okay? So the idea, just blow it. And what we're going to try and do is to keep it a constant sound, continuous sound, okay? You can go anywhere you want. It doesn't really matter what pitch you go for. I haven't got a tune on me at the moment, but what I would aim for, really, is about an F sharp. And you can get your tune out now and check if I'm doing an F sharp, but I reckon it's about an F sharp. On tenors, usually like you aim for about a G, but on the alto, this is an alto mouthpiece, it's about an F sharp. And what you're going to do is just try and aim for a continuous sound without the wobbling. So if you've just started the saxophone, you're going to get a bit of tingling here on your lip. Also, if you're pushing it over your key and putting it down, you might start getting hurting your lip inside. This is really common. So that the nerves, it's the nerves inside your lip. They will sort of harden off after a while if you sort of do get a bit of pain there. But what I'm going to do, so you have a go with me. Hopefully you're trying this as I'm sitting there, so not me just talking. So if you're blowing at the same time. So if we go again, so aim for the pitch, trying to keep it constant. Well, push too hard at the end, see that? And then next, what I like to do then is that I go and I just gently lower it down a bit and come back up again. And this for me, like when you're starting out, it's not about getting the pitch right to start with, in the sense that, oh, I'm going to start with F sharp. If I go really high, I can start really high up and I've got somewhere to go. But if we start here, what I'm going to do is just gently go a little bit and then come down, like say a semitone and back up again. Just literally drop it slightly. Not too worried about like, oh my God, am I going down to an F natural or not? But literally just drop it down slightly and then drop it back up again. So we can hear the difference between go up and down. So if I try it. Okay, so you can try that one if you want to. And then what I'm going to do then is just gradually come down a bit further. And what I can hear is that it's a little bit of bubbling sound inside. That, of course, is really disgusting, but it's the saliva. This is the saliva that's built up behind the reed. It's usually on the back of the reed. Way to get rid of that, you can either blow it off. Usually blows it off a bit. Or, just if you look at the back of the reed, you'll probably see a little bit of saliva. Just wipe it off on some ink. And then put it back on again. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly do that. Oh, and with me, what you'll notice, so I'm going to line it up. This is, you know, you're lining it up. But with me, what I do, a lot of people have the ligature around the other way. For me, I like to have it the opposite way around to most people, like so, because then it's in the shape of the reed. Okay, it sounds really obvious, but it's like this. It's all in the shape of the reed. Okay, so you can do it any way you want, really. I usually see a lot of people around the other way, but if you do it this way, you're flush with the reed, and it just seals it a bit better for me, I think. And remember, I'm just bringing it, usually if you see people like Dexter Gordon, they have it quite low. So this is quite, it's a tenor player, Dexter Gordon, and some people have it quite low. So with me, I like to have it quite low, but it's just literally underneath the archy bit there. And then usually if you've got a reed that's filed, what we call filed, where there's usually a line there as well, like literally a line going across. So, and filed means, it just means it's a bit smoother here. Okay, where unfiled basically means it's just not been cut off as much, smooth. Okay, so here we go, try again. Shall I single one if I drop down? So this is helping my lip pressure. And as I do this as well, it's not just about, I think about going down as well. So I'm going ba, 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 ba. And as I do this, this is where I feel like my throat is opening slightly. So I'm going, oh. So it's like a different point here. So it's like a different bit of airflow going through. So we went down 4 there, so we try it again. So hopefully you're doing that with me as well. Okay, you can try that. And then, of course, we could try and go upwards. It's a little bit harder going upwards. There you go. So we've gone the other way there. So we've gone low, high. And again, what you could do is do it gradually. So I did it all at once there. But what we could do again, if we wanted to, just... So literally, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, so I'm sort of doing it, just, well, doing bigger intervals and things like this. So you can play around with it. Other things you can do is that you can start doing tunes. Make things up. So what I'm doing is just basically, it's just going to start getting control of the mouthpiece a little bit more, and this will help you just strengthen the embouchure, strengthen the lip, and then when you start like changing pitch and stuff, like when you start aiming upwards and downwards on the saxophone, what that it just helps you with control, like getting those higher notes and those lower notes. So I play low, it can go downwards if I go higher. It helps pushing upwards as well. Okay, so that is it. That's the exercise for that. So all we're going to just go over what we just did. So you can have a go again. So all you're doing, blow a note, find a note and blow the note. Doesn't have to be a specific pitch, but you'll probably go for about an F sharp or a G on a tenor mouthpiece. Aim for that pitch. That's exercise number 1. Then what I would do is just gently drop it down and drop it back up. And again, just imagine it's slightly going in small steps. You'll probably find that it comes down in semitones and back up again. And then you can go upwards if you want to. that hard one, that high note, just about get it. And then you can do little melodies going up and down. Sounds really silly, but it's really good practice. And the other thing I'd probably do would maybe just sort of like think about dynamics. So if you wanted to, so literally just blowing it, and it's really hard to do actually. This is what we do on the saxophone anyway, without the mouth, when we do it with the mouthpiece as well. But just literally holding a note and then just dropping the volume slightly, and you can put it back up again. And you can do things like this: go quiet, build it up, loud, build it down, just gently doing it. It's all about control really, and giving it sort of like a nice sound. That's the main thing. First thing, go straight. All right, that's your quick exercises on a mouthpiece today, and this is an alto mouthpiece. Hope you enjoyed.